Have you ever stopped to consider finding love later in life is truly possible? Today, we're diving into a touching and insightful story, the experience of Mr. Tan, a 65-year-old who, after years of solitude, sought companionship, only to encounter unexpected hurdles in remarriage. His story illuminates both the joys and the challenges of finding a partner in your golden years, and it carries a powerful message about understanding, empathy, and embracing the complexities inherent in later life relationships. Stick with us as we explore Mr. Tan's journey and uncover valuable lessons that can inspire, guide, and help us all navigate the intricacies of love, loss, and companionship in the later chapters of our lives. We all know that living alone as we get older can be tough, even lonely. Many elderly individuals find themselves longing for someone to share their lives with, and this often leads them to consider remarriage. Today, remarriage isn't just for the young. Older adults have every right to seek a partner and enrich their golden years. It's a totally natural and valid choice, and society is increasingly recognizing it as such. But while remarriage later in life can bring immense joy and fulfillment, it also presents unique challenges. For any relationship to flourish, both partners need to show understanding, empathy, and tolerance. If one person focuses solely on their own needs and desires, without considering the other's feelings, the relationship is bound to face difficulties. For instance, it's common for elderly individuals to develop a particular scent as they age. While some might find this scent unpleasant, understanding and compassion are essential to avoid unnecessary conflict. Consider the story of Mr. Tan. He was a 65-year-old widower who had been living alone for many years, feeling the weight of loneliness. He decided to look for a partner to share his later years and improve his overall quality of life. Through a mutual connection, he met Mrs. Mai, a 62-year-old woman with a warm and pleasant personality. Initially, they connected beautifully and they decided to get married. Sadly, just 5 days into their marriage, their relationship fell apart and they separated. Mrs. Mai candidly expressed her discomfort with what she described as Mr. Tan's peculiar smell, while Mr. Tan, feeling hurt and angry, accused her of being overly critical and nitpicky. So, what went wrong? Let's delve into Mr. Tan's account. Mr. Tan shared, I'm 65 years old and recently, I've been overwhelmed with frustration and sadness. What should have been a joyous occasion, a circumflex years of remarrying and finding companionship, a circumflex years turned into a deeply upsetting experience. I had to get divorced after only a few days, and the reason left me speechless. The more I think about it, the more it hurts. I truly believe I did nothing wrong, it was just bad luck. To give you some context, Mr. Tan had been happily married before. Many years ago, I married my first wife after dating for 2 years. We shared a deep bond of love, mutual respect, and understanding. Our early years of marriage were filled with happiness and harmony. I treated her like my treasure, and she returned the favor with care and devotion, creating a peaceful and fulfilling life together. I used to dream of growing old with her, spending our twilight years together. But life can be cruelly unpredictable. When I was 45, my wife tragically passed away in an accident. Her sudden death devastated me, leaving a void that felt impossible to fill. Yet, I had to accept this harsh reality and move forward. From that moment on, I knew I would have to face life's storms alone. Remarrying wasn't on my mind back then. I was too busy with work and raising our 2 children, who were still young at the time. My focus was entirely on them. I believed it would be inappropriate to consider remarriage before they had settled down. For the next 15 years, until I retired at 60, I lived a busy and structured life. Once my children married and started their own families, I moved into a house on my own. Initially, I embraced the solitude. Friends often told me how wonderful it was to live alone, free to do whatever I pleased without anyone to answer to. At first, I enjoyed the newfound freedom. I could stay out late, travel when I wanted, and live without restrictions. I even felt a sense of relief knowing I didn't have to deal with the minor conflicts and compromises many of my married friends faced. But over time, the novelty wore off and the reality of living alone began to sink in. The house grew quieter and emptier with each passing day. Everyday activities, which used to bring joy, now felt monotonous and lonely. There was no one to share the small, beautiful moments of life with, no one to talk to about the joys or sorrows of the day. On rainy evenings or cold nights, the silence became unbearable. I often found myself pacing back and forth in the house, trying to shake off the heavy feeling of loneliness. What hurt the most was the distance that had grown between me and my children. After they got married, their visits became rare, reserved mostly for holidays. Whenever I faced challenges or emergencies, I had to handle them alone, without anyone to lean on for support or advice. By the time I turned 65, I realized I could no longer live this way. I yearned for companionship, a partner to share my life with, someone who could understand and support me. It was then that I met Mrs. Mai, who was 4 years younger than me. From the moment I met her, I was drawn to her warmth, charm, and kindness. Mrs. Mai was a woman of remarkable qualities. She had an attractive appearance, a well-maintained figure, and most notably, she was younger than me. She had previously worked in the cultural sector, and although she was no longer in her youth, she retained a graceful demeanor and a commanding presence. Mrs. Mai embodied all the qualities I valued in a partner, and I found myself drawn to her. Similarly, her initial impression of me was quite positive, and we decided to spend time getting to know each other better. Since we were both retired, we had ample free time to nurture our budding relationship. We met daily, either at her invitation or mine, taking walks, sharing conversations, and enjoying each other's company. Mrs. Mai often visited my home, offering to help with household chores. She cleaned, organized, and even washed my clothes at times. Her presence brought a sense of warmth and vitality to my life. From the moment we met, I felt a shift in my spirit. My mood lightened, my days felt brighter, and the heavy cloud of loneliness that had hung over me began to lift. I became more confident in facing life's challenges, bolstered by her companionship. After half a year of growing closer, I felt it was time to take the next step. I consulted my 2 children about the possibility of marrying Mrs. Mai. Their response was wholeheartedly supportive, with no objections. Encouraged by their approval, Mrs. Mai and I decided to formalize our relationship through marriage. In preparation for our life together, I demonstrated my trust and commitment by entrusting her with my financial assets. I promised to hand over my monthly pension of over 5 million VND for her to manage as she saw fit. I even transferred my savings, book house papers, and other personal documents into her care, showing her that I had nothing to hide. Additionally, I assured her that if she treated me with kindness and honesty, my 3-bedroom, 100-square-meter house would become hers after my passing, a decision my children also supported. I believed I had done everything possible to show my sincerity and commitment to this marriage, hoping for a lifelong partnership filled with mutual support and care. However, what followed was entirely unexpected and deeply disheartening. On our wedding night, as we began living together, Mrs. Mai expressed an issue that left me bewildered and embarrassed. She said I had an unpleasant odor that she could not tolerate, though I had never noticed it myself. I immediately resolved to address the matter. That night, I took an exceptionally thorough shower, scrubbing with an abundance of soap and shower gel for over an hour, determined to eliminate any potential odor. To continue to get content like this, which can help you to be a better person or to understand the world around you, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss an update. Despite my efforts, Mrs. Mai continued to complain. She covered her nose and expressed disgust, saying the smell persisted. To avoid escalating the tension, I chose to sleep in another room, but her words weighed heavily on me. I spent the night unable to sleep, grappling with feelings of confusion, shame, and disappointment about a marriage that had barely begun yet already seemed strained. The following morning, I approached her, hoping for clarity. When I asked if my body truly smelled unpleasant, she confirmed it. She explained that before living together, she had not noticed because we had never shared such close quarters. Her explanation pointed to what many refer to as the elderly smell. Determined to find a solution, I sought medical advice. The doctor explained that this was a natural phenomenon among aging individuals and could not be entirely eradicated. He recommended good hygiene, frequent showers, ventilating living spaces, and using perfume to mask the scent. I diligently followed his advice, spending over 1 million VND on an expensive bottle of perfume, hopeful that these efforts would resolve the issue. Unfortunately, they did not. Mrs. Mai's complaints persisted, and her comments became increasingly hurtful. She claimed the entire house was imbued with my smell, which she found unbearable. As the days went by, we continued to sleep in separate rooms. Although I felt heartbroken, I refrained from blaming her or expressing my frustration. By the 5th day, however, my patience wore thin. That evening, I took another painstakingly thorough shower, applied copious amounts of perfume, and entered the bedroom with newfound confidence. Yet, Mrs. Mai immediately recoiled, covering her nose and complaining that the smell was overwhelming. Her words stung, even perfume cannot mask it. My eyes are burning and I feel nauseated, please understand. At that moment, I lost my composure. Frustrated and hurt, I retorted, I don't believe my body smells that bad. If you don't want to live with me, just say so. Stop making excuses. This led to a heated argument, culminating in me suggesting that if she truly could not tolerate me, we should divorce. That night, I retreated to the other room, leaving the conversation unresolved. The next morning, Mrs. Mai packed her belongings and left without saying much. I did not try to stop her. Shortly afterward, we completed the divorce procedures, ending a brief and tumultuous marriage. This experience taught me a profound lesson about companionship and expectations. While I had entered the marriage with genuine hope for mutual support and understanding, it became evident that remarriage was not the solution to my loneliness. Instead of enriching my life, it introduced unforeseen challenges. Now, I have decided to embrace living alone, acknowledging that age brings inevitable changes to the body. Despite this, I hold on to quiet hope that perhaps one day I might meet someone who understands and accepts me, someone who values companionship over perfection, and who will stand by me in the twilight of life with warmth and empathy. Until then, I strive to let go of past disappointments, treat myself kindly, and live with the understanding that not all things in life are meant to be forced. Acceptance, forgiveness, and openness to the future have become my guiding principles. If you have something you want to achieve or experience, don't let age stop you. Do it as soon as you feel ready, regardless of your years. Society often makes people believe that aging is synonymous with becoming obsolete, useless, or even a burden. Many internalize this belief, thinking their best years are behind them. This couldn't be further from the truth. Every stage of life presents unique opportunities to become the best version of yourself and to live authentically. Take inspiration from the remarkable story of an elderly woman who gained fame on social media despite being over 90 years old. Her determination and zest for life were evident as she continued to work at 7 small stalls, often during the late hours of the night. When asked if she ever felt exhausted at her age, she responded with wisdom, "If you do what you love, you will never feel tired. If you do feel tired, that is also joy." Her outlook reminds us that passion and purpose have no age limit. Even after 9 decades, she knew what she wanted and pursued it wholeheartedly. This rare dedication is precious and should encourage us all. Age is just a number. It doesn't dictate whether you can or cannot do something. What matters is your willingness to try. If you have a dream or goal, start now. It's never too late. Confidence is key, and fear of aging should never hold you back. When you pursue what you love, you'll gain experiences that are rich in meaning. The outcome may not always align with your expectations, but the journey itself will be filled with joy and fulfillment. As long as you put in effort and stay committed, your life will never feel wasted. Moreover, learning and embracing new things can keep your mind and spirit vibrant. As Mr. Jung Kim once said, "I lived to old age, and I kept learning until I grew old. I never gave up learning throughout my life." This perspective highlights the importance of lifelong learning. Mr. Jung Kim dedicated herself to literary creation, drawing inspiration from countless books and refining her craft over the years. Her commitment to growth exemplifies how curiosity and learning can keep one engaged and connected to the world. The real sign of aging isn't physical decline, it's the refusal to learn, explore, and embrace the new. Our society is constantly evolving, with advancements in technology and culture shaping the world around us. If older individuals resist these changes, they risk becoming isolated and disconnected. While life experience is undoubtedly valuable, clinging too tightly to the past can sometimes prevent meaningful connections with the present. For instance, in today's digital age, communication often occurs online. Learning to use technology, such as smartphones or video calls, can make it easier to stay connected with loved ones like grandchildren and participate in the modern world. Though learning might feel slower with age, the process itself is rewarding. Many older adults are now embracing technology, discovering its ability to open doors to new interests and perspectives. Whether it's exploring hobbies, reading ebooks, or even connecting with like-minded communities, the act of learning enriches life. Don't let age limit your potential. View life as an ongoing journey of self-improvement. Each step forward brings growth and fulfillment. Another essential aspect of aging gracefully is learning to look at separation with acceptance. Life is a series of meetings and partings, a natural rhythm that we must learn to embrace. Many people fear separation, whether it's leaving the past behind, parting with a homeland, or saying goodbye to loved ones. These moments of loss are painful, but they are also an inherent part of life's journey. Every separation shapes us, teaching resilience and the importance of cherishing the present. Remember the saying from Spirited Away, life is like a train heading straight to the cemetery. Very few people can accompany you until the end of the journey. The relationships we encounter in life are often fleeting, guided by fate and circumstance. Instead of dwelling on what we cannot control, we should focus on valuing the people and moments we have now. Love those who are with you, avoid disappointments, and don't waste time on regrets. By living in harmony with the flow of life, you can find peace and happiness. In addition, maintaining independence is crucial as you age. Children, while obligated to care for their parents, have their own lives filled with responsibilities and pressures. Relying too heavily on them can strain relationships and lead to feelings of discomfort for both parties. Living with your children may seem practical, but it can introduce conflicts due to differing habits, lifestyles, and expectations. In your own home, however modest it may be, you have the freedom to live as you wish without the need for compromise or explanation. Your independence is a source of dignity and pride. It allows you to solve your problems, make decisions, and enjoy the life you've built without burdening others. Even if your children are willing to help, fostering your autonomy ensures a harmonious relationship and reduces unnecessary tension. Your home, no matter how simple, offers a sanctuary of comfort and personal freedom. Ultimately, aging is about mindset. By staying optimistic, embracing change, and pursuing what brings you joy, you can live a fulfilling and inspiring life. Show the world that aging gracefully is about resilience, passion, and a deep appreciation for the journey of life itself. Thank you for staying with us on this journey of insights and reflections. What stood out to you today? What have you learned from these stories, and how will you apply it in your life? We'd love to hear from you. Comment below with one thing you've learned and will bring into practice. Your thoughts and experiences inspire us all. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.